She knew that it was illegal. She knew that she was going to get nailed for it. She did it anyways.
The actual rules and guidelines of competitive figure skating, which has been around for over 100 years, are complicated enough to make your head spin. But there are a few rules, even unspoken ones, that are surprisingly strict and also bizarre. Skirts or bodysuits only. The outfits that figure skaters wear plays such a big part in their overall performance. Crazy enough, before 2003, all female skaters had to wear a skirt in competition or else points would be deducted by the judges. Yet the International Skating Union, or ISU, rule was changed to promote gender equality as of 2019. Still, if these ice queens decided to forego the skirt, they have to wear a full bodysuit. Typically spandex decked in rhinestones, which is even considered to be a pretty bold move. Overall, a leotard-only approach is not allowed. Random tests. Even in a sport like figure skating, there have been some instances where performance-enhancing substances have been used, albeit rarely. These female athletes are subject to random tests in and out of season. Unlike the men, they also have to be careful which types of birth control they take, as some of them can pop positive on certain tests. Still, the ISU has very strict and also very random tests during competition season as well. For an event like figure skating, however, substances are very unlikely to improve performance. Figure skating takes years of training that no substance can truly recreate. Figure skaters are still routinely tested for banned substances, but to date, only 2 Russian skaters, Elena Berezhnaya in 2002 and Yuri Larionov in 2012, have tested positive. This can result in a suspension from the sport altogether, lasting anywhere from a few months to several years. Most figure skaters know that it's just not worth it and it doesn't work anyway. Modest costumes, aka the Katarina rule. According to the ISU committee, all costumes must be modest, dignified, and appropriate for athletic competition, not garish or theatrical in design. As long as the clothing reflects the character of the music chosen, then the skater is in the clear. According to former American figure skater and NBC commentator Johnny Weir, there has to be a visible connection of costume between the top and bottom for women. That means no two-piece outfits. They can skirt these rules a little by incorporating flesh-colored mesh panels into their costumes and sometimes add in a small strip of fabric to ensure that the judges don't take away points. Also, the skin-tone spandex holds up to the ISU's modesty rule. Katarina Witt's infamous blue outfit at the 1988 Olympics is the reason figure skating now has this dress code, which says a skirt covering hips and posterior was required for ladies' competition. If the judges deem the costume to be too distracting, too sexy, or too garish, deductions will be made. Food as fuel. Figure skaters don't really have the luxury of eating anything they can get their hands on. They have to eat food that will keep them energized enough for the grueling training schedules they face. Ashley Wagner says she generally sticks to grilled chicken breast, wild rice, and veggies, while Mirai Nagasu is a fan of celery juice but also loves carbs. While these skaters definitely have to view food as fuel, just like any athlete, the pressure to be a certain size is unfortunately all too common in this sport. Body image issues are nothing new in the world of figure skating. Olympic skater Gracie Gold made headlines when she revealed she would not compete in the 2018 Winter Olympics because she was in treatment for depression, anxiety, and an eating disorder.
Like, I felt embarrassed to exist for a little bit.
Gracie, now feeling better, understands that even though skating is a lightweight sport, a lean body looks different on everyone. Grueling training hours. To become one of the best figure skaters in the world takes a lot, and we mean a lot, of work. Figure skaters with Olympic dreams need to practice every day for at least 3 to 4 hours. Many professionals started off at extremely young ages. Skating champion Sasha Cohen began skating at the age of 7, but some younger stars of 2019, such as Alexandra Trusova, began at the age of 4. Many professionals of today say it's better to start at an early age and also early in the morning. Professional figure skaters like Alina Zagitova get up as early as 4:30 a.m. to start their training. Skaters will incorporate stretching workouts like yoga and Pilates, weight training, and jogging into their workouts. Ballet and off-ice conditioning and training are also recommended. Oh, and then they skate on the ice for 4 hours. Must be 15, aka the Lipinski rule. Some of these figure skating champions seem mature and wise beyond their years, but you might be surprised to learn how young a lot of them are. A 15-year-old Tara Lipinski destroyed her competition at the 1998 Winter Olympics, grabbing a gold medal in the process. She was then the youngest woman ever to win the competition, of course, which led to a brief rule change in the sport. The ISU has since instituted a provision that competitors must have reached their 15th birthday by July 1st of the year before the competition. Limited number of jumps. In professional competitive figure skating, women only get to perform 7 aerials, and not all of them are by choice. The ISU only recognizes 6 separate types of jumps in competition: the toe loop, the salchow, the loop, the flip, the lutz, and the axel. In the women's short program, out of the 7 jumps, one has to be an axel type, one of them has to be a triple which can be combined with the axel, and there has to be at least 1 jumping sequence. Are you writing all of this down? Basically, you can't be too impressive with too many jumps in order to maintain fair competition, but you also can't be short on any of your jumps. Wardrobe malfunctions. Hey, wardrobe malfunctions can happen to anyone, but for figure skaters, it may not only be embarrassing or distracting, it could seriously affect their score. If any part of the skater's costume hits the ice, they will lose points. Not only is it fabric that these ladies are worried about, but if any sequins, beads, glitter, or straps touch the ground, points are knocked off automatically. For this reason, they tend to stay away from feathers or fringe. Each outfit is precisely handcrafted by professionals using everything from special sewing techniques to the best superglue on the market. Heavy-duty elastic is used at the leg hole openings, and some skaters sew them on top of their tights so they are guaranteed to stay in place. Some skaters want to avoid malfunctions by using hairspray around the edges of their costumes. If you spray the back of your legs, it makes it a little more tacky so it doesn't move as much. No backflips. The backflip was first banned in 1976 after American skater Terry Kubica landed the maneuver, and it was considered too showbiz for the elegant skating community. But French figure skater Surya Bonali popularized the move once again during the 1998 Olympic Games, even though it was totally illegal. Oh, and did we mention she landed it on one leg? As the story goes, she was coming to the end of her career, saw herself in the middle of the pack, and decided to entertain the crowd and have a little fun herself. As you can see, she nailed the flip, got a deduction from the judges, but became a legend in the process. For the sake of safety, of course, the move is forever banned, but for Surya, it became her signature move. Timing is everything. With figure skating, every single second or millisecond counts. According to the ISU's list of reductions and deductions, for every 5-second lacking or in excess, a skater gets deducted 1 point. Yup, that means even if they take a little breather, points will be deducted. For reference, if a skater touches the ice, they are also deducted 1 point. Therefore, taking a little too long or not stretching out your routine for 5 measly seconds is the same penalty as falling. Professional figure skaters' performances should be seamless. Themed music. The 2018 Winter Olympics were the first to feature the International Skating Union's new rules. For the first time, skaters were allowed music that featured lyrics and words. The themed parts of their skates must be performed to a predetermined type of music. At PyeongChang, the musical genre was Latin American, and that involves a predetermined, acceptable tempo. If the music the skaters choose is of the wrong tempo, has too many or too few beats per minute, or their skating style doesn't match up to it, they're in trouble. Only 3 spins allowed. It seems like professional figure skaters can spin so fast they're going to fly away like a sky dancer. Apparently, the ISU restricts how many spins their program can have, but maybe it's just to keep us all from getting dizzy. A maximum of 3 spins are allowed, one of which must be a spin combination, 1 a flying spin or a spin with a flying entrance, and 1 a spin with only 1 position. The trickiest spin that female figure skaters attempt, known as the Bielmann spin, trademarked in 1995 by Denise Bielmann, is also known to lead to some wardrobe malfunctions. So while they're spinning at the speed of light, they also have to worry about staying covered up. No laying down on the ice. Okay, this one feels like it should be somewhat of a no-brainer, but apparently, due to some dramatic performances in the past, they had to make a rule against lying down on the ice in competitive figure skating. Laying down or prolonged crouching down on the ice is strictly prohibited. This is a dramatic move seen only in show skating, and in professional competitions, it will result in point deductions. But sometimes, don't you think these athletes might just want to cool down their muscles after performing those crazy jumps? No props. Another element that may be fun in show skating but is considered extremely dangerous in competitive figure skating is the use of props. Fans, flags, and even extra additions of fabric to their costumes are all strictly prohibited. Skaters performing routines are expected to succeed or fail based on their individuality and skill set, and nothing extra or flashy. That kind of stuff is reserved for entertainment-type skating shows, even though we'd all love to see a little extra flair. They have to take tests. As if all of the training for figure skating isn't hard enough, there are actual tests you have to pass in order to get to the next level of figure skating. At each level, there are different classes of tests that all competitive skaters must pass to participate in qualifying competitions. The intensity and required proficiency increases with each testing level. Professional competitors usually start at the pre-preliminary level and go all the way up to senior level. As a skater, you have to be at certain levels in order to participate in specific training sessions. There are jump tests, spin tests, move tests, and dance tests, and each one of these tests is done in front of judges. No pressure. And if you can't pass, you have to retake it until you do. So what do you think about the rules set for female figure skaters? Do you think these rules are fair, or is this competitive sport just a little too competitive? Let us know in the comment section. Thanks for stopping by, and be sure to subscribe to The Taco. Bye for now.